Hi, I'm Joe and welcome to this video. I'd like to discuss the fact that over the last few weeks and months there have been numerous reports of disabled people struggling to access basic public transport services such as aeroplanes and trains. Indeed, the situation has become so bad that the Civil Aviation Authority has written to a number of UK airports suggesting that they could face legal action if their services aimed at helping those with reduced mobility on and off of aircraft are not improved significantly in the near future. This is probably to do with the fact that these services are outsourced and therefore profit comes before actually helping those who need the services. At Gatwick Airport on Friday, it was reported that a man had died after trying to get himself off a plane without the service of the special assistance staff. This is due to the fact that he had been waiting for quite a considerable time after the staff had already disembarked his wife. He then, after making his own way to the terminal, fell from an escalator and died. The fact that people are forced to wait considerable amounts of time in order to receive assistance is nothing new. In fact, I had to wait over 2 hours to get off a plane one evening in 2009 due to the fact that we were on a remote stand at Gatwick and the Ambilift, which is a special piece of equipment which allows disabled people to disembark without the use of steps, because obviously people in wheelchairs, steps, they're a bit of a tragedy. Was on the other side of the airport, waiting to assist a plane that had yet to land. So we had to wait not only for that plane to land, but for then the people who were on board that plane to be disembarked before the equipment eventually arrived to take me and my family off. How ridiculous is it that Gatwick Airport only has one such piece of equipment? Or at least they did in 2009. It's one of the biggest airports in the country, and yet it appears to be woefully under-equipped to deal with the number of disabled passengers that no doubt come through there on a daily basis. Additionally, when I pointed out the fact that it is unacceptable that disabled people should have to wait hours to be disembarked from a plane, I was told by at least one person on Twitter that I was expecting a privilege just because I happen to be disabled. No, what I'm expecting is to be treated like an actual human and assisted off the plane in a timely manner. The people who say that we are privileged or are expecting privilege have likely never had to endure such a considerable wait. I don't mind telling you that while I'm sat on a plane seat, especially for a particularly long time, I get a sore backside. So having to sit there for an additional 2 hours wasn't very comfortable at all. There seems to be a common misconception among non-disabled people that disabled people on planes sit in our chairs. Well, let me tell you, we don't. And being out of our chairs for a significant amount of time can be uncomfortable for many of us, and so it's often a relief to get back in them. Also, on that point, I know I and many other disabled people, particularly wheelchair users, have had to play this morbid game of what state will my chair be like when we reach the other end, because you never know exactly how well it's been handled by the baggage handlers. I've lost count of the number of times we have explained to them that my chair cannot be folded due to the way it's designed, but that doesn't appear to stop them trying to do it anyway, leading to various amounts of various degrees of things not being quite as they should be when the thing is returned, which can sometimes be quite stressful because you don't know how easy it is to put it back in a fully usable condition. Indeed, there have been numerous occasions where wheelchair users have had their chairs damaged to the point where they can't be used, so they are absolutely stuffed because they've got literally nowhere to go. Imagine landing on a plane and you're going on holiday only to find that as soon as you've landed, your legs are broken. That would not be acceptable, would it? No. So why is it fucking acceptable for disabled people to have their chairs treated as if they're just another piece of luggage? It's absolutely not. We need to end this culture whereby disabled people are seen as an inconvenience and a problem, and start treating them like equal, proper human beings and members of society. Now, I know I've ranted a bit here, but I just get really angry about stuff like this. And I feel the need to get angry because people don't know about these things unless they're directly affected. And I feel that by doing videos like this, I can get the message out there that this sort of thing does indeed happen. And it must change. And I hope that eventually it will. But until then, I'll keep fighting for it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, feel free to subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter at Bloke on Wheels. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.